But you just gotta look at trailers for Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, Brawlhalla, G.I. Joe, Wrath of Cobra, Kingmakers, The Pelican Brief, My Best Friend's Wedding, and Pretty Woman.
I'm pretty sure those last are just Julia Roberts movies that we definitely didn't just show during IGN FanFest, because why would we do that?
Well, look, I'm just making sure you at home are paying attention. Now, coming up next, we're taking a look at an upcoming open-world survival game called Once Human, and it's multiplayer, which means you could actually be playing online with anyone, including Julia Roberts.
Sure, yeah, even Julia Roberts. Let's check out Once Human. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to FanFest presented by Once Human. I'm Alan Wheeler, and if you've never faced a horde of interdimensional beings, well, you're in luck, because I have just the guy to help you. He is the head of operations at Starry Studio, the team behind Once Human, an upcoming supernatural multiplayer survival game. Please join me in welcoming Derek. Welcome.
Hi, it's very nice to be here.
Now, we've got a special trailer that we're going to show our audience later in this segment, but before we do that, let's talk about the strange and supernatural world of Once Human. Now, in this post-apocalyptic open world, players have to explore, combat, and craft to survive. But they aren't facing zombies or fungal creatures. No, they're facing creatures from another dimension called the Great Ones. What makes Once Human different from other open world multiplayer survival games?
So first of all, thank you very much for having me here. And I think I can answer your question from two perspectives. So first one being the worldview and gameplay features. So because we are a huge fan of SCP and the work of Mr. Lovecraft, our game design concept is deeply inspired by those. Apart from the usual survival game mechanics that we have designed, we have also designed a very unique features called containment, so that players can capture and contain the deviations, also known as the combat companions. So you can use their supernatural power to explore the world more effectively. And second being our dev team itself. So the greatest mission, apart from developing the game itself, is to listen to our players' feedbacks and voice. We value this very, very much. So you can consider this game as a continuously evolving game, but based on players' feedback.
Speaking about the development team, what was your team's vision behind the game?
Well, that's always simple and straightforward, which is to make Once Human a worldwide game so we can serve more players around the world. But we understand survival game, this genre is super competitive and there are a lot of outstanding titles over there. So we want to add some cherries on top of the cake, meaning that we want to attract our players with intriguing narratives and innovative gameplay features. Also, we want to craft the Once Human world to become a very open world. So no matter what kind of player you are, you can choose the way you want to live in this open world.
Now, let's chat about Once Human's gameplay modes. Each server can hold over 4,000 players, letting players create tribes, pillage other players, and fight against the Great Ones to loot gear and treasure. During your most recent beta, which modes did players tend to play more? And out of all the Great Ones, which one is your favorite as far as design and gameplay experience?
So actually, there are two modes that players tend to play more. So the first one is the immersive explorations inside the Once Human world. Players really enjoy exploring the world, fighting with the unknown creatures, and to solve the puzzles. And second mode is the building mechanics. So we found out that there's a lot of talented architectures inside the game. So they can use our building tools to build magnificent buildings. For example, you can find castles or even palace in the sky. And to answer your second question, actually, my favorite is not the Great Ones. It's the monster look like a bus with feet. I really like it, like most of the players. The reason is very simple is because that was very fascinating design and it looks so damn cool.
Now, were you surprised at any of the behavior that the players showcased during the beta?
Yes, of course. So at the very first beginning, right, so we were expecting a relatively compact size of the testing participants. We were expecting maybe 20,000 maximum. But, the enthusiasm from the players really exceeded our expectations. And I really want to use this opportunity to say thank you to all of your support.
Now, Once Human has already had 2 closed betas, but there is a 3rd closed beta coming in March. You also have this concept called We Hear You, where you put the players first, listening and prioritizing their needs for the game. What have you heard from the fan base, and what are you planning to add or optimize in the next closed beta?
So actually, we heard a lot of voice saying that we need more like testing servers. So yes, we're gonna add the European testing servers in the closed beta test for the upcoming one, and then we're gonna expand the test participants from 20,000 to 150,000. So that's the first thing. And secondly is that we receive hundreds and thousands suggestions, feedbacks every day, and we take it very seriously because we prioritize our players' needs. So one example that I can give to you is that there's one feature called the message flowers. Basically, everyone hated. So we noticed that, and we make some changes. So right now, we add the filtering mechanism, so players they can filter the message flowers, and also we add a blocking system, so players they can just block the entire message flowers.
I know that our time is almost up, but real quick, would you mind teasing us with some of the future developments you have planned?
Yes, one thing is very exciting to share is that I know a lot of players, they're waiting for the mobile version. So in the upcoming closed beta test, we're going to have a mobile version finally. And so players, they can play Once Human at any time, anywhere they want. And second thing is that we keep brainstorming some very innovative and interesting game features to the game to become like more immersive for our players. So one example I can give to you, but it's not a guarantee, is that we are now creating some EDM music festival inside the game, and that will be hosted on the snowy mountain. So players they can listening to the music festival while skiing. That's some direction that we are looking forward to because we want to provide different and various gameplay features to the players.
Well, that is very exciting. Thank you so much, Derek. It was a pleasure having you on. Now, if you want to jump into the closed beta this March for Once Human, the free-to-play open world survival game, then make sure to follow them at discord.gg/oncehuman for all their biggest updates, or you can follow them on X and Facebook. But before we go, here is a special trailer for Once Human. Enjoy.